Let's see, my history in martial arts. Well, let me say first before we get started here, I just want to apologize for the accent. I am from North Carolina. Hopefully the accent is not too southern for you. I know some people are kind of put off by that, especially up north and out west. I've been there and I've heard all of the jokes and all that kind of stuff, so I apologize if it's too much for you. Maybe after the website takes off and is a success, I can move somewhere else, maybe pick up a different accent or something. But if you're from the South, don't take offense to that. I just rather, sound a little different than I do right now, but don't take it personally. That's just me. But let's go and get started here. My history in martial arts. In 1986, like I said, that's when I started at home. 87, started my first classes. At the age of 8, that's when I achieved my first degree black belt. At the time, that was pretty much unheard of across the country, but my dad checked on the stats and all that since he does have the actual martial arts school here in Forest City, North Carolina. So he checked on it, and at the time there was only a little over 100 people, or 108-year-olds, that held the rank of black belt. And to me, at that time, it really didn't register with me. It really didn't, mean much. But as you get older and you look back on things like that, it's like wow, that was a big achievement, a big deal at that age. But you're an 8-year-old. You don't think like that. You're not proud, or most 8-year-olds are not proud or have an attitude or arrogant like that. But there are a couple of these days that are like that. But at the age of 8, I really didn't think about that. But to some it was a big deal. But age of 8, got my first degree black belt. Age of 12 is when I got my second degree black belt. Now around the age of 12, I was going into junior high and all that kind of stuff. But when most kids, were thinking about, going home right after school and playing their video games and hanging out with their friends and all that kind of stuff, I was actually helping my dad teach classes, run a business, learn the ins and outs of how to run a successful business. And that's why I wanted to do this website, because at the age of 12, I was teaching classes that had like 30, 40 people in them by myself sometimes, because at that time it was kind of hard to get help teaching classes. And in martial arts, you just can't put out a application thing in the newspaper or anything like that and get a response, because it's something you have to be in the actual school and learn the process of how things work. You just can't hire someone off the street. So growing up, we made sacrifices and all that kind of stuff. Even though I did get all my schoolwork done and all that, I would be doing my homework in between classes, and there was some nights I'd be up till 12, 1 o'clock doing homework, just because I had respect and everything for my father and family by helping him teach classes when no one else was there to help him. So that really made a difference in my life. At the early age, from 12 up to even now, helping teach classes, even though I am in college again, since I got laid off from my regular job. So, even though I've been in other stuff and achieved other accomplishments, it's always been martial arts that I have fell back on. So, at the age of 12, like I said, I don't mean to get sidetracked, but age of 12, I got my second degree black belt. Age of 16 is when I got my third degree black belt. And around the age of 21 is when I got my fourth degree black belt, which is my current rank now. So, I may not go up for another degree. That could really, I could really care less about if I get another black belt or put another strap on my belt, because you can have all the straps on your belt that you want, and you can still be at the same level as a white belt. Because, like we say, as you're going up through the ranks, we don't want a brown belt looking like a yellow belt, because you should get progressively better as you go through the ranks. And I'm a strong believer of that, and I'm going to show that in this website, because I'm not just going to pass you up to the next rank just to get your money. I'm going to make sure you know everything you need to know, and you are performing at that rank before I actually promote you to the next belt. So that's been a real work ethic for me growing up. It's just helped me, to be the best at everything I do. Some people might make fun of me, make fun of you, for overachieving, but those are the people who make things happen in life. You gotta go after what you want. You can't just be sitting back like most people do and be like, yeah, I'll let so-and-so do it for me. You gotta go out there and do it yourself, like I'm doing this website. A lot of people said, it's not gonna work, it's gonna fail and all that, but I put in the time, I put in the work. Maybe you put in the time and work on something, and you've had a lot of people telling you you're not going to be successful, but you just got to ignore all that and do what your heart says, and in the end, fail or succeed, you know you've done your best. So in martial arts, most people will tell you it's just like any kind of other sport. There's nothing else, there's no difference to it. It's exactly the same. But for those of you who've been in martial arts before or been in it your whole life like I have, you know you get something more out of it than any other kind of thing that you may be in life. And I've been in soccer, I've been in basketball, baseball, and you know, you go to those games and you got the people in the stands cussing and the parents going crazy, and it's the kids that are the most behaved, and it's the parents that are causing all the trouble. And it's just, you know, sad to see that kind of stuff, because I've actually experienced all that since I've been in other sports and stuff like that. So my history in martial arts has made me who I am today, because if it wasn't for martial arts, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now and promoting this website and hoping to meet new people, new respectful people, people who want to learn something, people who want to make a difference in life. So I'll stop babbling so we can get to the next section. So hopefully you got something out of that, and let's go ahead and wrap it up so we can get to the next section.